This will be a fire-ass video, dude.
I'm ready.
Let's love the sign on the back. I am an American.
Ooh. Looks like a nice car.
Yeah, you keep a shotgun in your suitcase every time you go somewhere.
Okay. It's a nice little shotgun.
If you ever want to pause to talk about any guns, just, you know, let's say something.
Alright. Ooh. I like how the guns are really detailed in this.
Yeah. Because I know the author just, like, loved guns, so he's basically wanted to do, like, a, you know, an anime about guns, basically. Well, anime manga.
Okay, okay. They dropped a grenade. That's how I would clear a room. That's a good idea. It's a lot safer than going in yourself.
Whenever we played Ready or Not, man. I just realized, how am I gonna get bad at this without copyright?
Yeah, I don't think you're doing that. I like how in the intro, the show makes a good impression about what it's about.
So we're two girls, and we like guns, and we hunt people.
Okay, so they run a gun store too.
Yeah, basically, they're basically gunsmiths.
Ooh. It's a Beretta.
I know it's pretty dumb to say, but yes, the name of the show is basically what they do. It's definitely that deep, dude. You can't bring a gun loaded into the stove. This is bad.
That guy's dumb. Dude, they got some hardware back there. They have two C96s.
He's a police officer. How can you not know, like, gun safety? Oh, wait.
That does seem kind of odd.
He's a police officer. They don't know shit. They're dumb.
He doesn't know how to wear a tie either. He didn't know how to wear a tie either. I don't know if he comes in peace.
Oh, you're ATF agent. Can you just look behind while I load my doorbell shotgun, please? What's that supposed to mean? Like, come on, we're in America. Oh, the tax the government does to, like, steal money from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
extortion tax.
The extortion fee, yeah. Oh, you want, you know, an SBR, an NFA item? Oh, here's like $200 and wait a year just to finally get what you want. And even then, oh, we could just deny you whenever we want. Whatever.
ATF sucks. You know, C4 is actually temperature sensitive.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is it, you know, in what way?
I've forgotten. I just know it is temperature sensitive. It's also time sensitive too. It doesn't like being kept for long periods.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It probably degrades over time.
It's pretty good looking armory.
I wish I had something like that. That'd be so awesome. What is that? You have an advantage in the dock whenever you beat off.
That guy doesn't know how to hold a gun.
It's funny with like tropes, like in movies, like, oh my god, the car won't start. But it's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. It always seems to be at the right time.
I always found it weird, like whenever you watch like movies, like doing like prison scenes, they're, like literally talking in front of police officers. Like, hey, yeah, if you give me the drugs in prison, like literally just like police officers standing right next to them.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it makes sense that the cops would be there.
Well, yeah, but like just to like talk about like actual gang activities when you meet someone in prison.
I feel like they'd be talking in code words,
Yeah, but still,
or
like
should be.
you can't be that dumb. Do not know those code words. Like, yeah, bring me the toy.
Does nobody in the show know how to wear a tie?
I'm telling you, the 90s is a loose tie decade.
最悪の場合は自分が潜ります。ほんじゃ頼んだぞ。えいえい。はい、変わりました。ブラックです。おかげさまで。はい。はい。偉くなると忙しいね。
Me with my 10 mil.
It's a nice grouping. Okay, that's a Browning high power.
Yes, it is. But I just love the Browning high power, man. It's just a great gun. It really is.
It's a pretty cool gun.
Rest in peace, John Moses Browning, the last gun he ever worked on. And even then, it took years for someone to finish the design.
I forgot whether he died before or after
No,
they finished the gun.
He died before they finished the gun, so,
Well, there's your answer. They didn't have him around to finish it.
Yeah, but, like, I forgot the name of the guy from FN, who he was working with, who helped co-opted the gun.
You know, John Moses Browning did a lot of work in Belgium with FN.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot of work.
I know.
They really liked him over there.
I mean, I don't blame them. But yeah, we got one of the best gunsmiths ever made. To ever be born in this world. Let's hire him. What I love about John Moses Browning is that everyone wanted a piece of him. Like, oh, Remington, can we please buy something from you? Winchester, please let me buy you the sign. Colt, please let me buy you the sign.
Well, he made the best stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. Which is like, which I love, man. I really do.
Having one of his designs would mean a big competitive edge against others.
And here's the thing, he really didn't care about money. He just wanted to make guns, which I love.
Yeah.
As I said before, and I'll say a million times, you would be 100 years behind Firearm development if it wasn't for John Moses Browning.
No, we're not 100 years. We're 100 years ahead of where we should be.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Because of John Moses Browning.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's getting stuck up. Damn. Dropping no gun.
That's a pretty neat little device.
I kinda want to do that with one of my pistols one day. I know it's impractical as hell, but I just want to build one. Just to be cool and badass in my room.
It would be pretty hard to make it work right.
Yeah.
And reliably.
But then again, I really do love the movie Taxi Driver, and that's where I got it from also, so. Oh no, they captured the ATF guy.
How sad.
Anyways, back to more important things.
It's a James Bond pistol.
I'll be honest, I'm not really that interested in watching pistols, to be honest, because they kind of...
I'm not either.
Eh.
A lot of people bought that pistol just because of the movie it appeared in, but the ergonomics on it are kind of bad.
Yeah.
I've heard it has a lot of sharp edges on it, despite having a sleek-looking design.
Which is very funny. But then also me, oh, I really want Makarov.
Makarov's a pretty good design. They're pretty compact and comfortable to hold.
Please don't kill me. And then like he's like the soy jack.
Dude, that's one tough door.
Oh boy, let me carry 380 ACP into battle. with my
Well,
Ricky Dinky walking in the
things were different back then. Body armor wasn't as prevalent. I don't like the caliber, but it's better than a lot of other ones.
Not a bad MP5. He just died.
That guy's pretty quick at shooting a shotgun.
That was unrealistic because it took. He only went down with 2 shots of 380. It would have been like 15 shots.
That's another really tough door.
But again, it was probably like both shots. You criminals don't know how to use guns, so.
Well, it's hard for me to believe, since the dude they're working for is an arms dealer. That's a hell of a shot for not being able to use your sights very well. That's a good bit of grenades.
Assault class and Battlefield 1 be like.
Another job.
It's kind of like a never-ending cycle. Like, oh, once you work for the feds, you just continue on and on to be the lucky.
You can get in easy, but you can't get out. That's pretty enjoyable. That was really good.
I rated it out of 10.
I thought it's pretty good. I haven't seen very much anime, but I really enjoyed this one. I usually don't enjoy them too well.
Yeah, you like it. I think it's a pretty good anime. It's pretty classic.
We'll need to watch more.
I kind of wish they made more episodes. Besides the only 3 they made.
There's only 3, damn.
There's only 3.
That sucks.
Let me just look around a little bit more. Let's inspect the guns that was in that one scene. Yeah, that's something.
Sure.
Let's
look at them.
The guns of the series. That's a Beretta.
So,
opinion on
yeah,
that.
that.
Opinion on the. Oops. Let me just go back a little. I'm kind of dumb.
Well, I like Berettas quite a bit. They're nice guns. Although, I've never fired one. I think they're a decent design. Although, I will say, I don't think they're military handguns. They're definitely more civilian focused.
I was just gonna say that. Well, yes, it's a great gun. I don't want to say complex, but you know.
I feel like it has too much exposed mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
For a gun, and there's a lot of places that dirt and grime can get into from the outside compared to other designs.
Here's the thing with a lot of military. When you're designing military firearm, this is what you have to do. In the mindset. Pretend you design the gun for the dumbest guy out there. Who doesn't know how to maintain guns. And who always breaks stuff. For someone
you need to design it.
For someone like you and me, it'll be perfect because, you know, we actually take care of our guns. We know how guns work. We fix guns.
Yeah.
But for like the random soldier. Okay, let's look at the average soldier. 19, out of high school. It's probably just gonna be driving a truck in the military. Let's be honest here. That's like the average soldier.
There's a lot of different jobs, but for the average soldier, honestly, they probably won't really get to see much action with a pistol anyway, because they're usually issued to more specialist roles.
Oh yeah, and here's the thing. It's probably like the first time shooting a gun also. So, they really don't know a lot about guns. And the people who do join the military, who are actually interested in guns, do like, oh yeah, like weapon repair or armory.
Yeah.
But yes.
Or they do the...
Oh, do they do what?
They either do something with weapon repair armory, or they try to get into the more specialist roles, like I don't know. Something that uses a bigger variety of guns than just the basic M4 or M16 they're issued.
Please, give me a machine gun. Please!
Yeah. I want to carry around a 30-pound stick all day.
That'd be kind of badass, though. See what I have in the back. Oh, it's one of those targeting pistols in the background.
That is a target pistol. I don't know what those are called, but I've seen them.
Yeah, because I know the 14mm in Fallout 1 is based off that. If I remember
It
correctly.
is?
I think so. I
The
could be.
14mm?
Yeah, you played Fallout 1, correct?
I've never played Fallout 1. I have it, but I've never played it.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite games. But yeah. No. And also the 12.7mm in New Vegas is also based off of that. Somewhat.
Is it?
Well,
The 12.7mm looks a lot different, though.
well, here's the thing: the 12.7mm was based off the 14mm in Fallout 1, and then, the 14mm was based off this gun. I really don't remember the name of the gun. It's funny, it's a 22 LR pistol, but in game it's big ass 14mm.
Did they should have made they should have made a big version of the Ruger Mark IV or Mark V, whatever mark you want to go with. They should have made a big version of it.
Really? What would you have made it in?
Well, the one big problem with making bigger calibers for semi-auto handguns is that for a direct blowback, you need to be careful about how fast the slide goes back, because if the slide goes back too quick, you release all the energy too quickly, and it could cause harm to the user, or maybe you wouldn't get all the power in the bullet. But then to do that, usually the locking systems are like, it's hard to make a good locking system that doesn't weigh a lot. At least one that can handle higher pressure stuff without it being a rifle or using a lot of metal.
And even then, if you could, wow, this is gonna be really expensive, and the average man cannot afford it.
The most, honestly, I hate to say it, but the Desert Eagle, with all its flaws and impracticality, does a good job at that.
It does, but I'm really not a big Desert Eagle fan, to be honest, because
yeah, it's too big for what it offers.
Yeah,
it weighs a little too much.
If someone was to give me one, yeah, of course I would take it. But to actually buy one, no. I have better stuff to do with my money. I've guns I'd rather buy than a Desert Eagle if I had the money. Okay, let's see what's the classic.
It's not a practical gun.
It's really not. It's dumb. Oh, I'm gonna buy one in 45 Magnum. So you really don't have a Desert Eagle. You just have a 65 Desert Eagle. And even then, oh, we offer it cheaper, but even then, are you really getting a Desert Eagle if you're not shooting 50 AE? Let's be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. The 44 Magnum and the 357 Magnum versions are more practical than the 50 AE, but at that same point, you might as well buy a revolver.
And here's the thing: you don't, unless you're an idiot, you don't buy a Desert Eagle for practicality.
Oh no, you don't.
You don't. Let's see. You have an M60 in the background, which we love. We love ARs here.
ARs are great.
Probably a Ruger 1022. I will assume. I don't know.
Some sort of gun.
So, okay, let's see the pistols. Just regular S&W. If I remember correctly, the J frames are the internal hammers. If I remember correctly, for S&W.
I've forgotten. I'm not a big expert on the different frame styles of revolvers, unfortunately.
You have the classic 1911s. You have a C96 right here.
You have some sort of Mac in the back.
That is a Mac. It could be a micro Uzi. I don't know if the quality's kind of dookie.
I don't think that's a micro Uzi.
It's more
the design. Mac,
to be honest,
you can tell by the grip that it's not. You see that little line on the back of the grip?
This one?
Yeah, there's a little line back there.
Oh, it makes sense.
And also, you can tell by how the receiver mates up with the upper.
You have a C96 right here, which is pretty badass.
They have 2 C96s, which is kind of impressive.
It is. You know what I really want? One of those Chinese copy C96s, because they're made in 45 ACP.
The Chinese copies are pretty cool, because some of them are full auto.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are full auto, because hey, we really can't afford rifles. But it's cheaper to make bootleg C96s and just put stocks on them. Because we're really desperate for full auto weaponry.
Honestly, it's not like... Honestly, it's a really smart idea.
It is. I'll be honest, not as practical as like an actual rifle. But...
Well, okay, but like... They were doing most of their fighting in urban environments, though.
Oh yeah.
So giving up a little barrel length for something that's more compact, and they didn't have to have a stock per se, but they could, because some of the C96s had carbine stocks, they could just get those.
Yeah.
And then they'd have a pretty compact little submachine gun. And while it wouldn't be very good for a guy 50, 100 yards away, that guy, 12, 20 yards away, no problem hitting him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see what they have.
Okay, they've got some cool stuff down here.
Okay.
Of course, they've got the M2. I believe that's an M249.
But this was made in the 90s, so it was like, hey, a relatively new rifle.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
I've got one of the older M16s too.
Yes, they do. The one with a triangle grip, which we love here.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you don't like the M60. Okay. I know you say the M60 is a bastardization of the MG42.
It's kind of mid. It's not the best. Like, they could have just made a copy of the MG42 directly, and it would have probably been better.
Okay, but
I appreciate that they tried to make it shorten the length and make it kind of bullpup, but at the same point, they kind of ruined it by making it. They just kind of ruined it.
but okay. Going to my follow-up question: do you prefer the M249 over the M60?
Yeah, I like the M249 a lot better.
Better than for what reasons will you rather have the M249 than M60?
Well, the M249, I think it's more combat proven.
Okay.
I think I don't know as much about the M60 and the M249 as I do the MG42, but I know that the M249 is a lot better squad automatic weapon. I know that it's a little lighter. It has a lot less problems than the M60. And I think it's a lot more modular, too. There's a lot more options with it.
This is very important in today's world.
It is very important.
Is that a Sten in the background?
Yeah, that does look like a Sten.
Man, I love the Sten gun. The Sten gun was such a genius design.
I don't like the Sten gun.
No, just hear me out. We need something cheap that's somewhat reliable, able to arm the masses, and get shit done. They're able to reduce costs, reduce time, which is really important in the middle of a war. Had a really good rate of fire. And if it breaks, you're not cheap as to replace parts. In fact, just get a new gun.
You're right. It is okay. I'll give you that. It is a cheap gun. It's cheap to make. It's a simple gun. But the issue is that guns don't, when they're being used in combat, they don't break before or after you're in combat. They're most likely to break during use, and that's the problem. It had a lot of problems with it. The grip and stock particularly I don't like.
Well,
and
yeah, but like
if it's gonna break on you, it's gonna break during use, and that's when you need it to not break them.
But then again, that's Murphy's Law with everything.
Yeah, but hell, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that they broke just from dropping them, from standing.
But then again, it's
And I
stamped.
haven't heard that.
It's stamped sheet metal, Pete.
Yeah, it's stamped, but there's a lot of other stamped guns too.
Yeah, but it was like mass
And those
produced in a
don't break.
factory. But I still like it because it's what we're designed to do and the history behind it, which is really cool. Like, there's way more better submachine guns made during the time period, but I still do love it.
It did what it needed to.
Let's see if there are any
But
other
that's
guns
about it.
we can recognize here.
They pick up an there's an AUG.
There is. Man, I do love the AUG.
There's also a Luger.
Okay. Okay. You're Team AUG. I'm Team AUG. Because that's the way it's pronounced. If I remember correctly, it was the first. Was it the first Bullpup adopted on a wide scale by the military?
As far as I know, it was the first. It was. I don't know if it was the very first, but I know it was one of the first.
Okay, I know it was not the first Bullpup.
It was one of the first successful Bullpups. And it's a really good rifle. It's a good gun.
And
there's a lot of good things about it. Yeah, rightfully so. It's a great gun.
Like, granted, there's upgrades, but then every gun design is going to go through upgrades and redesigns.
Yeah. What's interesting about that one is it's not one of the earlier ones. It's one of the ones with a Picatinny rail on the top of it, rather than the integrated optic, which I find interesting about it.
Damn, if I ever do build an AUG, I really want to get like the vintage optics on it because it's so cool.
The vintage optics look cool, but I've heard that they have some issues.
Oh yeah,
a lot of.
It's a optic from the 70s. Of course, it's not going to be as great as stuff from today.
Yeah, although it's not as bad as the integrated G36 optics. Those things suck.
Let's see what else they have. They have a. Oh hell yeah! It's the what they call what Rafika? The full auto M9 Berettas.
The Rafika.
The Rafika, yes. The Rafika.
Rafika. It's weird.
Damn.
Although, it's not actually a modified. It's not actually a modified Beretta. It's actually its own gun.
Yeah, really? In what way?
Well, it's literally its own gun. It has a different slide and everything.
Well, yeah. Makes sense.
It's also supposedly slimmer.
I didn't know that. Here's my hot take. I'm not a big fan of the Luger, to be quite honest.
I can understand why. It's got a weird action.
Weird action.
It has a very weird action.
Over-engineered. And what I was talking about earlier, you have to make guns for the dumbest people. If you want to do a gun.
Although, the Luger is pretty simple to operate.
Yes, but then again, to manufacture, it's going to take way longer than a contemporary during World War I.
It's going to take a lot longer because every Luger had to be hand-finished. Every Luger, while having the same parts in it, all of them are different because they all had to be hand-fit. So, if you ever buy a Luger, make sure you get one that's all matching. Because if you don't, it might not work right.
You're going to have a lot of...
You're going to have a lot of problems. And then you're going to need to call a gunsmith who knows what they're doing, and it's going to take them a while to fix it.
So call you to fix it.
Man, I couldn't fix it.
Come on, you didn't have faith in yourself, dude.
Well, I mean, maybe, but like, I'd be ruining a piece of history if I tried to. and if I fail.
I understand. And here's the thing. Oh, the Germans were like, oh my god, look at this cool pistol we could pump out. But yet America pump out like a way better quality pistol. Way faster.
Damn, bro. Better pistol 3 years later.
Yes. And the Second World War, still the best pistol.
The 1911 was a very good design.
Yes. That's why we still use it to this day. Dude, even the... You know, like the Ruby pistols, right? If you're familiar with them?
The what?
The Ruby pistols. Like the 32 ACP ones the French used.
I'm not really that familiar with them.
Those are better pistols because, hey, they're really easier to maintain. You can pump out more.
I don't know, really.
Those regular landmines and magazines, nothing special.
I think they gotta organize their shelves a bit. I got a nice cut down double barrel there.
That's a weird way to hip fire a M249.
Yeah, it is a really weird way. I don't understand why people would want to hip fire it. I feel like you'd be better off using the stock when you use it.
I think that's all with this episode.
Yep, I think that's it.